What's up, YouTube? Got another video to do today. Today I'm going to show you the fastest, quickest, easiest way to clean your yo-yo bearings. For those of you that saw my review the other day on the checkpoint pivot, I got funky in my bearing. Here, listen to it. During the review. It was great, then it got loud and kind of started doing this. So it probably got cat hair in it. I'm going to show you how to clean it, and I'll show you how well that works. So first thing you're going to want to do is get some pliers. Needle nose pliers. You want the pliers with this like hole on the other side of the snips. So you want to get those and take the bearing, put the hole over the bearing like that, wiggle. Bearing will pop right out. As long as you didn't crush the bearing, you can get any bearing out like that. As long as you don't crush the bearing, because then it sort of messes everything up. But so now I've got my yo-yo bearing out. So you can take the shields out if you want, if it's really dirty, if it's an old bearing, especially if you dropped it in dirt or something, you can get the shields out. Sometimes I take the shields out, sometimes I don't, sometimes I'm lazy. For purposes of this video, I'm not going to, but there's a little C-clip in there. What you're going to need to get that out is a sewing needle. Nothing else works, but get a sewing needle. See if I can just pop it real fast. Yeah, there we go. So you pop out the little C-clip. One of the shields comes out. So I'm just going to take out one shield, the other shield can stay. I'm going to show you, this is a great way to do it. So I popped out one of the shields there just to kind of give it a little better access to the ball bearings. And the next thing you're going to do is take a shot glass, or just a small glass. This is a shot glass. I don't take shots at home. These are a little shot glass from Bethany College. The next thing you're going to need, 100% pure acetone. Nail polish remover. Has to be 100% pure acetone. It can't be acetone free or partial acetone or any of the color ones. Has to be clear. This stuff. It's like 90 cents. Perfect. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to take shot glass, you're going to put the bearing into the shot glass. Then you're going to take your acetone, pour enough into the shot glass to cover the bearing. See? Just like that. See the bearing in there? Then you're going to just jimmy it around. Wiggly, wiggly, wiggle it around. So do that for a little while, and then let it sit. I usually like to let mine sit a couple minutes. Real quick though, it's not a big deal. The next thing you're going to need is dust remover. It's just canned air. This, I feel like, dries everything and blows all the crap out of the bearing and just makes it clean and dry faster. You go right back to playing, pretty much. It's just that fast. So these are they're $7 for like 2 big things of this at Walmart. If you're not cleaning bearings very often, like if you don't have a lot of cats or don't buy a lot of yo-yos and stuff, you shouldn't be cleaning bearings that often. A $7 worth should last you a long time, unless you're cleaning out your electronics and stuff. Then if you haven't used it for multiple purposes, Anyway, enough stalling from me. Take your bearing puller pliers again, needle nose pliers. Work the best, and I'm going to show you why. Put the lid back on the acetone there. So take your shot glass with your bearing in it, and you're going to go in and you're going to pull it out. Banging off the side there, get all the extra wetness off, and slip around. Yeah, now put it on there. Actually, I'm gonna flip it this way. So there we go. Just like a pencil. It's already spinning kind of good, but it's wet. So this is where the canned air comes in. You're gonna take the canned air. You're gonna angle it just so you can get the bearing to spin. This one's kind of empty. I may have to get the other one out. blast it nice and clean. Hear that spinning? Spinning nice now. I like to flip it around, blast both sides. Don't ask why. It's just what I do. Probably unnecessary. So that is now super clean. So this last part is sort of up to you, but it's summertime, and I like to do this anyway, and I think you should lube your bearings. But what you're going to want to do is get some YoYo lube. I have this little precision luber that a super kind gentleman sent to me. This has monkey finger lube in it. What you're going to want to do, but you could do this with anything else. You could even use that. You can even use the sewing needle to do this. You're going to want to try to get as little lube as humanly possible in there, but just a little bit. So what I like to do, just get these focus here. Get just the littlest bit. See the tiniest bit there? And just sort of like, whoop, get it right in there. And now I got that lube in there. One drop, like half a drop, quarter of a drop, and then spin it. Let the lube get in there. Hear that? It's even more quiet now. Spinning beautifully. Then we take the bearing, place it back into the YoYo, spinning free, spinning smooth, spinning quiet. Love it. And we're gonna put the YoYo back together. It's important after you clean the bearing to put it back in the YoYo, put the YoYo back together, and then play the YoYo. You're gonna want to cut. It'll kind of help it finish drying if anything was left, although it shouldn't be after you use the canned air. But it'll also help the lube work in. So you want the lube to sort of disperse and dry out and thin out as best as you can. Even if you only used a tiny little bit, if it just sits there, it can kind of collect dust and crap and make the bearing responsive again, and then you have to clean it all over again. So you're only going to want to lube the bearing right after you've cleaned it, right before you play it. I wouldn't lube it and then like put it back in the YoYo and then put the YoYo back in the case. You know what I mean? So throw it. I like to do a couple flops. Give it one more flop. And there we go. Silent, smooth, unresponsive. Back to perfect. That is the absolute best way to clean and lube a YoYo bearing. This will spin and be quiet and be awesome now for a long, long time. I don't know that I've ever done this method on a bearing and then had to clean it again if nothing like bad happened to the bearing, like if it didn't like fall out into like the carpet or something. So really works really well. I've found this is the absolute best way to do it, and it's really quick. It took me less than 10 minutes to explain all of that and clean it and lube it and take the clip out and all of that. And I explained it. I can probably do this, and you could do that. I could have probably done 5 bearings in 10 minutes if I really wanted to. And sometimes that's what I do. If I get a bunch of new YoYos and they all start acting up at the same time, you can clean all the bearings and then just one at a time, take them out, throw it, do some flops, next one, just move along. Easy to do, one or a ton. It's quick, it's easy, not a lot of mess, and absolutely the best way to clean and lube a YoYo bearing. So that's gonna do it for me today, guys. That is my tutorial. I promised I would do this for like forever, but that's how you do it. So this is the best way to clean and lube your YoYo bearings, keep them lasting forever, and keep them playing smooth and quiet and everything else. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.